I'll start with the youth vote. So what we're about to show, Rajdeep, and this is quite significant, is that in states where the BJP is in power, there seems to be concern amongst the youth, where there seems to have been a fall in the relative vote share of the Bharatiya Janata Party. This is something that they'll be looking at quite carefully. Now remember, when you look at the India Alliance vote, in many states it's an alliance. So this is not just the Congress by itself, this is an alliance vote share, and last time it was Congress. So when you add it, do keep that in mind. But look more carefully at the BJP and NDA vote share. For example, in a state like Haryana, there's been a 13% fall in the vote share of the BJP amongst those who are in the age group of 18 to 25. This is quite significant because Haryana goes to polls in just a few months from now. In a state like Rajasthan, which the BJP won big recently, the polling data of Access My India suggests that there's been an 18% fall in the youth vote share. So yes, of course, the big numbers still stay, but when you get into the granularity, amongst the youth in Haryana, there's an 18% move away from the BJP.
Rajasthan 18,
in Uttar
Haryana
Pradesh
13.
As well, there's a 4% move, but that's not so much, but a move nonetheless. In Delhi, there's a 4% move away from the BJP in comparison to the last time. In Haryana, 13%. In Maharashtra, 5%. And in overall terms, a 1% move. But in some of these states, Pradeep, like Rajasthan, like Uttar Pradesh, like Haryana, that's quite alarming. Why is this happening?
Okay, so I presume this is 18 to 25 years of age group.
Correct.
Youth, saying youth, even we classify youth as a up to 35, 25 to 35 category also. But this data is for 18 to 25. Let me clarify this. Now coming to the Rajasthan and Haryana, where there seems to be a substantial fall. See, youth is impatient. Youth want change on a rapid, fast speed. And youth has lots of aspirational value as against their older age of family member, because their needs are different, youth needs are different. So youth, generally tends to go against the kind of not anti-establishment.
Like Haryana and Rajasthan. These are states where it's a direct BJP versus Congress.
Correct.
So it's not really the India Alliance, it's the Congress which is gaining the youth vote.
But these are also, Preeti, the states where there were paper leaks. These are the states where Agniveer has been a big issue. But my point would be, I remember going to Rajasthan in the assembly elections, the same anger there was towards the Gehlot government. Because when you have a state election, you hold the state government responsible for your grievances. The moment you had a national election and you've got a state government of the same party,
but
whoever is in power, in 4 months, what has changed in Rajasthan? You've got a Congress government replaced by a BJP government. So my small submission would be, I would bet that the same voter in November, December would have said, or he told me certainly, yaar, Ashok Gehlot ki sarkar ki wajah se paper leak hua. Now they are blaming the BJP government.
Perspective is, these people who are 18 to 25 don't really remember the Manmohan Singh government, right? They have no clue. They're like, okay, I hear what you're saying. You've promised me a job. I'm waiting for my job. So they're impatient. And you can see some concern amongst them.
Impatient, yes. I understand paper leaks is an issue. I understand Agniveer is an issue. But across the country, there is one thing that you pick up. Polarization is not working with the 18 to 25 group. They do not like the Hindu-Muslim narrative.
That's a very important point.
They don't like it.
No, but with one distinction. You said that there is an entire generation that has never seen a Manmohan Singh government. Go to Gujarat. An entire generation which from 1995 has only seen BJP. You see the youth there. They are firmly with Mr. Modi. You see, so there are state by state variation. No, not just regional sentiment. There's a sense you go to the BJP dominant states. Therefore, the distinction you should make, these are all states now where the BJP, you're right, has something to worry about, Rajat, compared to BJP dominant states like Gujarat.
That's certainly true, and I want to parse this data. This is highly relevant because these are the youngsters who go into public meetings and public rallies of the leaders. When you see so many young faces, it is the India Alliance leaders who get hope when they see so many youngsters filling in the public rallies.
I've been on field across 5 or 6 states.
What they're trying to
5 or 6 states I've been across, and this is the point I made on day one. When you see women standing behind Modi, I found it, I'm not saying impossible, very difficult to find someone under the age of 30 who did not criticize the BJP on the polarization matter, who was impatient, yes. Very few who went with the
points actually. Very quickly, 2 points to make on the age distribution thing. I mean, it is in my data also.
It's the same?
And this is the same thing. And across all boards, As the age grows up, the gap between the BJP and the opposition also grows up. So number one. Number
So
two,
older people are voting more towards the
however,
BJP.
having said that, the odd and ironical part of it is the people who are bigger chunk of the actual voters on the voting day are the age group which grows up. The youngsters are lesser than their actual share of the electorate
Because
to
they
go
go
out
out and
and
work.
vote. They just don't go and vote.
We have to move very quickly. Rahul, I have a lot of data to share. If we get stuck on one, I'll not be able to do it. Yes, Rahul, Verma, very quickly.
No, Rahul, to what extent, Rahul, Sanjay, and Sanjay has done surveys on this, is this generation affected by social media? What they see on Instagram, what they see on YouTube, is there an impact that it has?
There is an impact, but I think there is an important point what you are discussing here. See, political parties, when they are in power, will always lose some votes. So BJP is losing some votes among youth segment. What Pradeep is saying, that there is going to be dissatisfaction.
Anti-establishment.
Yes, but what is more important, as a political party, you have to be agile to keep looking for new voter base. What BJP has done since 2019, knowing that youth might be getting dissatisfied, they are replacing it with women.
Yeah, the NY factor. The
Sanjay Kumar, very quickly.
No, I think when Rahul was saying BJP is replacing them, I thought he was going to say by the lower sections of the society in terms of class.
Correct.
The sharpest shift for BJP support base I have seen between 2019 and 2024 is among the poor classes of voters.
More of them are voting for them?
Yes, there is a massive shift of the poor and the lower class voters.
So that's the Russian election.
That's the Russian election.
That's the Russian election.
The next data set that I want to come on, and why I'm slightly impatient, is we have a lot of ground to cover, and therefore we need to keep moving the needle, is to do with the Muslim vote. And what we're seeing in state after state is the complete consolidation behind typically the party that the Congress allies with. The move away earlier, for example, in a state like Uttar Pradesh, some part of the Muslim vote would also go to the BSP. Now that's no longer the case, collapsing more towards the Congress and the Samajwadi Party. So in a state like Uttar Pradesh, a massive 87% consolidation. That is extreme consolidation in favor of the India Alliance. The BSP, which in elections gone by used to have a fair chunk of the Muslim vote, now has a very negligible chunk of the Muslim vote. In a state like Bihar, for example, extreme polarization amongst the Muslims, 86%. That's up 16% from the last time. In a state like Assam, 77%, which is 7% up from the last time. And you can go across states. There are more states that we have which we can put out. For example, even in West Bengal, this time it's the Trinamool that's seeing a big consolidation. But in West Bengal, and this is something that Mamata Banerjee would be thinking about, 16% of the Muslim vote in our poll actually went to the Congress and the CPM. If this had come towards the TMC, and if she'd actually shared some seats with the Congress, maybe the result would have been different. So while in a state like Andhra Pradesh, the BJP made a lot of effort in getting the seat arithmetic right, the alliance arithmetic right, Mamata may have skipped some smart moves over there.
Because in the assembly election, she got almost like 88 out of 100 Muslim votes.
And in the overall tally, 76%, that's up 24% from the last time, consolidation of the Muslim vote. Now, the problem with this, Yashwant, is that it has a reverse anti-consolidation also. If all the Muslims come in one side, it kind of suits the BJP's purpose.
Yes, this happens, but there is also so much that the marginality also reduces. I mean, 80% plus consolidation is always the case. So even if they go from 80 to 90...
No, it's not always the case. It was 76% this time, which is 24% up from the last time.
Overall.
So it's a very big, in the
it
overall
depends
number.
also on the alliance. It did not go to the BJP. Look at
of course it won't.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have gone. It's like the mismanagement of India Alliance, that the root cause is the principal chart where you started this analysis with. It is the 19% which is with others, and the India Alliance project was in place to actually bring that 19 along with the Congress and
I'll give you a fascinating anecdote of it. Shiv Sena, original Hindutva party. Guess who a large number of voters who are voting for Shiv Sena? Muslims. If there is a Shiv Sena candidate against a BJP candidate, or Shiv Sena versus Shinde Sena, that is Shiv Sena UBT, you will find the Muslims, and we are finding that in Mumbai. You will go to a Muslim pocket and they say, nahi denge, Mashal ko is baar vote denge. That's the interesting aspect. My belief is, I could be wrong, the Bharat Jodo Yatra consolidated Rahul Gandhi as the leading figure against Mr. Modi nationally. Particularly among minorities.
I beg to differ. I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example. I beg to differ and I'll tell you why. Because I think the Muslims are en masse moving towards whoever can defeat the BJP. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example in Uttar Pradesh, the seat of Nagina. You have a Chandrasekhar Azad, so it's a Muslim-dominated seat. I was there and I saw the Muslims wait till 3 o'clock. They were looking at kahan vote pad raha hai. They were going to vote the SP. Okay. But by 3 o'clock they realized vote ja raha hai Chandrasekhar Azad ko, and they all went and voted.
I do not deny. I do not deny that Muslims may well be looking for who wants to defeat. My limited point is, you can see that the Congress has, if there is any group where they have been able to consolidate the Muslim vote in the last couple of years, it is among Muslims. And that consolidation partly has to do with Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. That Bharat Jodo Yatra convinced Muslims that on the one issue that Rahul Gandhi is unwilling to relent, unlike any other
leader. I'm not denying that. All I'm saying is the Muslims are looking at the best bet to defeat them. The shift in Bengal
and the fragmentation will be partly because in a national election, the Muslim may well see Rahul Gandhi as a figure in a way that he may not see.
But that's the hubris of Mamata Banerjee, that she didn't allow, that she thought she was stronger than she actually is. 16% of the Muslim vote in a state like West Bengal will make a difference. Gupta ji is already coming, come.
But Rahul, she thought the left would suss up the anti-incumbency. It worked the other way for her.
Just show him the Muslim
all India.
Yes, here it is.
No.
Come to the next slide.
Next slide. Yeah. So overall Muslim votes here we are showing 24% up for the alliance, India alliance. The actual number for this is only for Congress 4% and all other alliance partners 20%. So this is the difference, and which is coming basically because this time we have included in TMC in India. You know,
and but you've also included Shiv Sena UBT in India.
Absolutely.
So please think about it, Pradeep Gupta, that a Shiv Sena UBT, original Hindutva party, is also getting the Muslim vote. Not because of Shiv Sena UBT, but because the Congress is there.
Just because Shiv Sena UBT is the main contender against the BJP.
That's right.
They are not voting for Rahul Gandhi, they are voting to defeat Narendra Modi. It's a negative vote. Let's accept it. Okay. It's not a positive vote. They are voting to defeat.
Yes, but look at how far they moved in voting for a party like the Shiv Sena UBT.
1 second, just allow me to speak.
Yeah, go ahead.
About Mumbai, as you talk, we are from Mumbai, and in Mumbai, we can easily see that when we go and ask even for BMC vote, lots and lots meaning more than 60-70% Muslims are likely to vote in favor of Uddhav Shiv Sena.
But may I just add one small bit to it, which is that you actually have the fewest number of Muslim candidates ever in an Indian election from mainstream party. In a state like Maharashtra, the Congress has not given a single Muslim. Why? That's the question to ask. The real question is, no Hindu today, or very few Hindus across the country, are willing to vote for a Muslim candidate. That's the question that we should be really asking as psephologists. Hindus will now vote for Hindus, Muslims will not vote for
Look at how Samajwadi Party is
Muslims
giving
will
tickets.
vote for UBT.
I agree
will
with you.
Hindus vote for a Muslim candidate? Why not? Naseem Khan, he mentioned, did not get the ticket for that reason. Sorry? Not so. 1980, Arif Mohammad Khan won a seat when he was the #1 candidate in Kanpur in a Hindu-dominated. Can it ever happen again?
No.
Can it ever happen again?
I think one big trend of...
Let's be honest now.
Yes, I think one big trend of like last 10 years is that perhaps turnout among Muslims are going down.
Why?
And because they think that even opposition parties, which should be nominating them, representing them, talking about them, do not do that.
I disagree.
Okay, let him get out. You are right. Please complete your point.
It will happen with any community. If you think that there are no backers of you, they are likely to basically start sitting behind.
Okay. But answer my question. Why in a Kanpur today can an Arif Mohammad Khan never win?
Why has Samajwadi Party reduced the Muslim representation?
They are not giving
because
this is the
whole problem.
So answer my question. Why can an Arif Mohammad Khan like figure never win again in a Hindu-dominated constituency?
This is the evil of vote bank politics.
Who's practicing both sides?
No, it's the predominant.
Okay, come on.
Let's move on.
Both sides.
Let's move on.